Hello, hello, happy holidays. It's me, Joshua Harrell, and welcome to Amazon Live. I'm so glad that you could join me this evening. I hope that you are in a festive mood. I brought the festive holiday sweater and the festive tree. So I think we're good to go. Tonight, I'm talking about the Soliom S600 security cam, solar powered security cam. Now, if you're anything like me, you do not want anything that has to have any kind of an electrician come out, rewire your house. We live in an old house. I don't even know if there's enough juice in the house to make that work. So solar panels come in. Pretty cool. So I've been playing with this for a good bit, and but I didn't install it because I knew I wanted to bring it to you and show it to you. So I've had this literally just sat up in a planter in my front porch, so I could test it out and see what all how it all worked, and so I could present it to you today. So after tonight, it is going to be installed, and I'm going to be able to see what's going on outside my house, day or night. So I just want to show you real quick over on the page, the Amazon page, there is a 15% off coupon right now for this. And in the comments, or in the chat box, I put the extra coupon code for you for another 15% off. So tick this box on the Amazon page before you add it to your cart, and then when you go to checkout, make sure you use the code, and this is for a limited time only. N as in Nancy, 5, T as in Thomas, D as in Dancer, M as in Maxine, 3, P as in people, and 3 is the coupon code. So that's an additional 15% off for a limited time only. If I can open up my email, I'll tell you. Let's see, hold on, stand by. I'm checking to tell you how long this, okay, so it ends at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on 12/25, so Christmas Day. So take advantage of this coupon if you're into getting a security camera that you don't have to wire up. You simply have to install an app, and then you are good to go. Like you install an app and you drill some holes and screw this in. And I'm going to take this all apart, so I just want to tell you how simple this is. It's as easy as 4 screws going into the wall and setting up an app. And that is really, really as simple as it gets. So if you have questions, as always, please add your, return to live screen. Oops, I didn't mean to disappear from live screen. If you've got questions, definitely ask me, but I'm going to tell you all about this. So first, let's take a look at the the page on Amazon.com, just so you can see the description: security camera, outdoor, wireless, Wi-Fi pan, meaning that it'll go side to side, and then tilt up and down. So it will go 320 degrees around, so it won't make a full circle, but it will go pretty far, and then it will do 90 degrees up and down, and you have control over that from your app. Solar battery powered motion detection home camera with color night vision, 2.4G Wi-Fi, secure cloud, SD slot storage. It's the Soliom S600. And just to kind of hover over some of the pictures, just so you can see, there is a light that for night, not night vision. This is when you want to put a spotlight on. You can have it set to where it automatically comes on when it detects motion. So if you wanted to put it on a front porch, or you wanted to put it near a walkway, to where whenever you got out of your car, it turned on, you have that ability. Or if you want to see clearer at night, the night vision is really, really clear, but it is night vision. So it reminds you of like a military movie. I mean, you're seeing in the dark. A friend of mine has one and was able to see deer that they were feeding in the evening. So it could see that night vision. So it's kind of black and white. When you turn this light on, then you are going to see in color, and it's a really crisp picture. So this is just showing you the camera being placed near a door. With the app, you can set it to send you notifications when people are approaching the door, or when it detects motion, and then you can immediately click on the app and then look and watch live. And you can even talk to the person; they can talk back to you. So you can say to the guy delivering, or the person, sorry, delivering your Amazon Prime packages. You could just say, "Hey, leave it at the door. I'll get to it in a second. I'm doing laundry in the back of the house, whatever." And they can talk to you. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got. Here's just showing, okay, good. I wanted to make sure I was right about that it was 320 degrees pan, and then the tilt is the up and down, so 90 degrees. So that little camera moves around, and it's got that solar panel at the top, 4.1 inches by 2.75 inches. Not super huge. I mean, here it is in person against my head. So it's not as big as my head. That's a surprise there. And okay, so here is the app. You can have multiple of these cameras added to the app. And there's even, if you purchase multiple devices, there are further discounts if you purchase them on Amazon. Now, I want to point out something. You can subscribe to cloud storage through Soliom. I didn't really look at the pricing for that. I don't have a need today for recordings to save any of the footage. I'm more interested in people approaching the house, especially if I'm not there, or delivery, when a delivery person comes, whatever. I'm more concerned with that. But if you did need storage, you can subscribe to storage. And then if you want to record on board, you can get you have to purchase, just like any camera pretty much, you need an SD card in order to set up the recording on device. And once that card fills up, then it's going to take away the first files, and then it's going to fill that back up and kind of continue the cycle. So you have a little bit of history. And here you go. Here's day, night vision. Very, very crisp quality. I'm going to switch back over here. Very crisp quality, 1080p picture. The only time there's a little bit of a hiccup is when you are, and I say hiccup like it's awful, but you have such a crystal clear picture. And then when you manually pan or tilt it, and it's doing its robotic movement, then you get a little bit of a drag as it's moving, but you can tell it's moving, and you can focus in on things that you want to focus in on. You can even zoom in if you want to. The crispness of the picture deteriorates just a little, but I'm pretty impressed. I use a lot of webcams. I use a lot of different cameras to broadcast, and the quality of this was really nice. And I think for a security camera, that's excellent. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you about this before I jump off and kind of take it apart for you? I don't know. I think I think I'm ready to take it apart. So, like I said, I had this set up in a planter on my front porch, so I could find out how it worked. Now, when you first get it out of the box, you need to charge it, and it comes with a little charging cord that you plug into USB. You leave it in for 6 to 8 hours to charge, and what you're charging is, I'm going to go ahead and take this apart because I've got it loosely held together. What you're charging is this panel here. This is where the battery is housed in here. So you're going to charge it when you first get it so you can get it paired to your phone, and then after that you're good to go as long as this panel is getting sunlight. So and even if it's a cloudy-ish day, you're still going to get juice. It's still going to recharge the battery. I didn't have it in a super sunny spot. I didn't have it in the shade, but I didn't have it in a spot where it was getting full sun all the time. Excuse me. So let me just take this apart real quick because, like I said, I've been using it and I've been pleased with the way it looked. And I'm pleased that I can take it apart on camera. There we go. Okay, so I am going to, let me just kind of fudge this for a second because I had it out. Okay, so I am going to show you just a little close-up here of, all right, there's the instruction manual that comes with it. I just want to point out something again. I haven't used it yet because I knew I would be doing this show with you. You get a sticker that you stick on wherever you want to install the camera, or you mount the camera, and you just stick this on, and then you drill your holes right there, and then it comes with screws. And if you need heavier duty screws, here are the screws that it comes with, just so you can see that. You can definitely use different screws. These will be fine for my application. But you drill your holes, and then you peel your sticker off, and then you go through the mounting process. So that's that. But I wanted to show you this. So here is the panel. Okay, and it's a nice weighty piece there. And then when you first get it, you've got this little rubbery guy right there, and that's where you plug them in for a little bit when you first get them, so it has enough juice to connect, to pair with your phone. And it works with iPhone and Android, or iOS and Android. So once it's charged, so like I said, I think I gave it 8 hours. Then you unplug, and then you want to get this guy back in here because he helps keep it nice and keeps the weather out. Now, the great thing about this panel is like a little roof, and it sits on top of the camera, allowing the water to run off. So you're not, it installs right above, so it's giving it a little bit of shielding. It will take splashing of water, a little sideways rain, but it is not an underwater camera, so it does not want to be underwater. So hence the nice little roof you've got here. The other thing, while I've got the close-up on it, I want to show you on this side. I barely plug this back in because I knew I'd be turning it on. This is your power on and off. Oops, sorry, there you go. That's your little power on and off. Once you power it on, then you're going to want to do the same thing you did on the other side, and you're going to want to make sure that that guy is stuck in place. And I've got him loosely there because I want to put it all together for you. So this is the panel, and this is what you charge when you first get it, 6 to 8 hours. After that, once you mount it and it's in the sun, this solar panel is giving it its juice. And that's what I thought was so great about this, is that it did not require any installation, any electrical installation. So I didn't have to worry about any of the, having to have someone come in. And I do have a question. Rob, I'm sorry it took me 3 minutes to look over here, but I was looking over here at this camera here. So Rob asked, does the solar panel need to be attached to the camera, or can it be mounted separately? So I have seen it does not have any way to mount separately. You do have the limitation of the connection of the, let's see. I'm just going to try to piece that together for you here. You got a little tiny cable here that you have to connect to the device. All right, so I have seen people who are much more talented than I mount this underneath an awning and then mount this on top of the roof and made the cable work. So if you have the know-how to mount this separately, you can, but it does not come with any alternative mounting. It's wanting to create that roof over the device, keeping the water away from it. So I hope that answers your question. I have seen it done that way. I wouldn't know how to do it, and it does not have, I mean, I'm sure you could undo this screw and get different attachments, but you do want to make sure that this guy is not getting rained on. Keep him covered, and then if you can make this work, with just a little bit of cord, you can do that. So I hope that helps, Rob. Okay, so what am I doing now? I need to backtrack. Thanks for the question, Rob. Okay, so I've already done this. You know I've already done this. So I've already charged it, and the next step would be for me to figure out where I'm going to mount this. Again, I want to make sure that I'm able to get sun on this panel. I didn't see anything. I mean, I'm pretty bad about reading directions. I didn't see anything about how much sun it needed. But I would say I probably had a good 6 to 7 hours of sunlight of some sort on it, and it worked just fine. The thing to be cognizant of is it does need to be close to your Wi-Fi. So if, like me, you have the Wi-Fi router is in the center of the house, and I want to make sure devices are working further away, then I do need a repeater. So this had a repeater probably within 8 feet of it, so I didn't have any issues. Right now we're kind of on the periphery in my garage / studio, so we'll see how well my demonstration works here, but that is something you want to be cognizant of. So I did look at a review online where someone talked about, you could, if you wanted to do, you wanted to set this up in the woods to capture any animals that might be moving around. If you have an SD card installed, you don't necessarily need to be connected to Wi-Fi. It's still going to operate, turn on when it's activated, when it sees motion, and it will capture that on an SD card until it fills up. So you go and get that information. So I think if you set it out for a day, 2 days, you probably would be fine. But it would not be transmitting to your phone. So that's just something to be cognizant of. It does need to be close to your Wi-Fi. It needs to get some signal so it can do what it needs to do. Now it does have these little antennae that will kind of swivel around. You know, I have to be honest with you. I've worked with a couple of devices that have antennae, and I mean, I don't know that any of my movement actually makes a difference. So I have not seen that, nor did I really experience that with the camera here. Okay, so first things first, we're going to take this sticker here and we're going to stick it where we want to mount it. And it's got the little spots for the holes. Drill your holes. You want them to be a little bit smaller than the screws that you're using. That's just a general rule. I'm not a handyman, but I do know that piece of it. Once you've drilled your holes, make sure you peel the sticker off where you don't want to leave that there and get it all gnarly. And then the next step will be to mount this where you've got plenty of room for this guy. He can go this way or he can go sideways, depending on how you need to position it to get the most sun. But then you're going to just use the screws. You can use the screws that are included, or if you need longer screws, you can do that. You've got your screws, and there's plenty of room here. It's not like hanging a picture. You do have a little room, even though you can't lay anything on it to make sure that it's plumb or level. You've got a little bit of wiggle room that you can, you know, if it's not perfect and you are somebody who needs it to be perfect, you can kind of wiggle around before you tighten it up. But then you've gotten this mounted, it's ready to go. And this is all imagination. We're just doing imagination installation here. And then you've got, oh, I know I wanted to show you. Sorry for being random there. I wanted to show you, it does come with a little screwdriver, and it comes with a little Allen wrench there. But this little back of this guy, this is where the SD card goes if you're going to use it. Now, I did not get an SD card because, again, I wasn't looking for something that I needed to record and save. I was really looking for live video. I'm kind of anal about that. When I leave the house, I am constantly checking on my dogs. On the inside, I've got my dog cam there. Yeah, so you've got, let's see, let me switch camera view here just so you can see it. Now remember, if you use the code that I put in the chat, and you use the 15% off, you get 15% off and then 15% off. So tick the coupon that's on the page, the page on Amazon. Here, tick this little coupon guy here, that's just where it says coupon. And then in the chat, I gave you the code N5TDM3P3. So you get an additional 15% off. You just enter that in at checkout. And that's just for you watching this show. The people at Soliom gave me that. So there you go. It's my holiday gift to you. So please, that makes this very, very affordable, and it works. So I just want to, I'm coming over back to my little zoom in cam here, and your SD card goes right in there. Oh, I'm just like moving the wrong direction there. So your SD card pops in there, and you are good to go to record on your SD card. So I'm gonna screw this back in just so you can see. Screw this guy back in. Again, while I'm doing this, I hope you're having a wonderful holiday. I know it's been a crazy time of year, or a crazy year, sorry. But, you know, the holidays are pretty fun. And I know you've probably gotten all your holiday shopping done. If you're like me, you really took advantage of Prime Day, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all those deals. But, you know, if you order this, it's going to show up a little bit after the holiday maybe, but you can say, hey, I got a super sweet deal on this. So anyway, that's that 15% off coupon code that I gave you in the chat. that is for a limited time only. So just want to make sure you're aware it expires at 11:59 p.m. 12/25/2020, Christmas Day. Okay, so take advantage of that. All right, so I've just screwed this guy back in. So that's how you would access the SD card if you needed it. So if I was going to install that, I'm going to do it before I power it up. So yeah, so we're good to go. Now I am going to, I have some little screws here that I can use to secure, and you know what, I'm probably not going to do that because I've got to install this when I actually put it where I want it to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just insert this guy where I want him to be. Oops. Set it down. There we go. All right, so now he's in there. And I have the ability to kind of twist him around. I can tilt him, and then you can use the Allen wrench that comes with it to tighten it, to tighten it so it doesn't do that. Tighten it up exactly where you want it. Again, you just want to make sure that this panel is facing where it's going to get the most sun. And then you can you get some little screws, little baby screws. You can attach a screw here and a screw on the other side to make sure that it stays in place. I'm not doing that right now because, again, I have not installed this where I want it to be, and I will do that at that time. But he's going to stay here for right now. Now I've got this end from the battery pack, and I've got this end from the actual camera unit. Now they fit together. Let me see if I can do this on the little zoom in camera here. I hope you guys enjoy these Amazon Lives. I mean, I have a lot of fun putting them together, but I have no idea if I'm jumping around too much. So, all right, I know it's a little blurry, bear with. Oops, and it doesn't help if the camera's shaky. It has a little guide right there, and I can see it's got a little groove right there. And what am I doing? Oh, hold on. There we go. So I've got that in there, and then this screw goes over it to make sure that it's been weatherproofed. Okay? So now we are connected up. So our camera, there we go. We've got this guy connected up. If you want to, you could use some ties to just, if that cable is bothering you, you can just use some ties to get that out of the way. Now remember, the camera will pan, meaning it will go around or to the side. It'll pan 320 degrees, so it won't go all the way to the back, go almost to the back, and then it will go the other way, almost to the back, and then it will tilt 90 degrees. So it will go up a little bit, down. Yeah? All right, there we go. Okay, so I think we're good. So I have already I've already not mounted this, but I've already connected it to my device. There's a little sticker that came with mine that said, make sure you download the Soliom Plus app. Let me make sure that I've got that right. Soliom, yes, Soliom Plus app. So it will say that in the instructions, and it will also say it in on the little sticker that I removed that was right here. Download the app. You have to register for an account, so you have to use your email address. You have to come up with a password. Then it'll prompt you through the process, but then it will ask you to connect to your Wi-Fi, so you'll need to enter your password for your Wi-Fi. And that gets the app communicating with your network. Then you name your family. So I didn't really look into that, but the family, I just named my house, and that allowed me to then add a device. I added this device, and then it said, it gave me a QR code on my app, and then I needed to hold it in front of the, oh, I need to turn it on, sorry. Did I turn it on? No, I didn't. All right, so I turned it on, and then I held the QR code in front of the camera, and then it said something like device successfully paired, something, you know, kind of normal like that. So right now I can see, I don't know if you can see it. Let me switch to this little camera and see if you can see it. See that little blue light? That is saying that it is connected and it is happy. And we like that. We like that it is happy. So now if I go into my app, let's see, the Soliom app, it is going to ask you to turn on notifications. It's going to ask for access to your location, your photos. I accepted all of that. I did have to turn off the notifications because there's a little gear in the app. I doubt you can see it. That's a shot of me. But there's a little gear where you can mess with some of the settings. And I had it on super sensitive. And because of where it was, do you hear that? It detected motion. So it kind of makes a little doorbell sound when it's detecting, when there's activity detected. And then I can click, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm not holding it. I can click view, and now I can see, let's see, this is not going to be a great shot, but just so you can see, there, you're seeing me. Hi, how are you doing? How's it going, right? So it saw that there was movement going on. Let me get that guy to the center here. So it saw that there was movement. It rang a little doorbell sound and it asked me if I wanted to view it. I wanted to view it. Now it's showing you that. Just so I can show you while I've got this, it's got a little, oops, there we go. So a little icon for you to move it around, so I can tilt the camera down. Ooh, how far is it going to go? Oh, I can pan it to one side, I can pan it to the other. So you see how crisp the picture is? So it only kind of jiggles a little bit when it's on the move. But other than that, it's pretty darn clear. And again, it will go 90 degrees up and down and 320 degrees either side. While I'm looking at the app here, I just want to show you that it has, I'm not going to do this because it's going to create a feedback, but I can press the microphone to talk. I can record if I had this connected to the cloud. I can also take a snapshot. Oh, and all pictures of me. There we go. So I can take a snapshot or I can listen in. So that way I could talk to somebody that was at the door. There we go. I just thought I would take advantage of the fact that was there. So I think I was telling you, sorry, I got a little distracted there. I think I was telling you that I had it set on high sensitivity. So every time this bush moved in the wind, it was sending me a notification saying that there was activity detected, like it's doing right now. The other thing you can do is you can turn off and on the spotlight. These little things right here give a super bright light, and there's a photo of that. It will adjust my camera if I do that. Sorry, there you go. So it'll show you the lights. So it can, in dark, it will give you night vision, But if you want this light to come on, to automatically, when it detects activity, to come on, just kind of like floodlights that you might have, it will do that. You can also turn that off if you don't want that, which I did because it freaked me out when I had it in my dining room before the show. It went off on me, so I turned that off. But it does have that capability. And like I said, so you've got night vision, which is really, really crisp. But then if you want to get even more detail, you can turn on that spotlight and you're going to get that light. And it's going to be not as great as daylight, but it's going to be pretty dang good. So all in all, I felt like this was a very easy device for me to, like, I haven't installed it yet, but for a week now I've been using it and testing out, you know, the app and being able to zoom in, the quality of the camera. I would love to put a camera in the studio because I film things for Amazon Live and other channels and other things, and there's just a lot of activity that's going on. So I could probably use this if I connected it up and power-wise, but it's going to be on my own channel, and you're not going to be able to see it. But I thought the quality was really, really good and much better than what I think of a traditional security camera. So very, very easy. You don't need an electrician to install this. You just need to make sure that you're thinking about where the sun is and making sure that it is getting charged up each day. Even on a cloudy day, it's still going to get some juice, and then on the super sunny days, it's going to get more. So you just want to make sure this is positioned where it is going to get the most sun. And there it is. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's detecting activity. And let me just show you. You can see kind of what I see right now. There we go. So it's saying, hello, there's some movement because I'm moving the camera around. That's not what's supposed to happen. So again, I have the ability to view that. And if I did have the cloud storage, or if I did have an SD card, it would be recording that, but it's not something that I need. So I'm excited to install this. I know exactly where I'm going to install it. I want the light to come on when people are walking down the path for security purposes, but also for their safety. I also want to be able to see my dogs go crazy the moment the Amazon guy shows up, or Amazon person, not guy, Amazon person, shows up to make their deliveries. So I'd like to kind of beat them to the door. So that's selfishly how I'm going to apply this. I'm going to give this enough runway to where I'm going to see the truck in the driveway, and I'll be able to go out there before my dogs even notice. We'll see how quick I am to respond. But again, it's giving me the notifications on my app. And if I were away from home, it's going to give me those notifications to where I can tune in and view and see what's going on at my home. So that's it. So let me just take you back to the Amazon page so you can see, you know, here's a little tighter shot. Okay, everybody hush. Hush, 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 hush. I'm going to turn this guy off for a second here. All right. It works so well that I have to turn it off. But there you go. There's a nice clean shot of the camera. There you've got it at night with the light on. Here it's kind of showing you the notifications that you'll get. It's saying, hey, activity detected. Again, you can adjust that sensitivity. I had to turn it down because blades of grass moving were causing me to have notifications. So you've got the ability to control that. If you have the light come on at night, or if you don't want it to come on, you've got flexibility there to adjust it to what you want it to be. Here it's going to just giving you the size, as well as showing you again that the pan is 320 degrees and the tilt is 90 degrees. And let's see, here's, you can use an SD card for recording on board, but you need to buy that SD card separately. You can subscribe to cloud storage, and that is an additional fee. And let's see, this is just kind of showing you an example of the shot, and I will say that that's how crisp the shot has been when I have used it. So right now, as you can see in the listing under the price, you've got a 15% off coupon. And in the chat, sorry there. So in the chat, I have given you the code for, let's see, It's playing a little game with me where it does not want to paste the code. Stand by. If you can see it, then use that code. You're going to enter in this code at checkout. So make sure you tick the box for the 15% off, and then enter this code that I just put into the chat to make sure that you get that extra 15% off. So that's a pretty big savings for a security camera that you do not need to do any kind of, you don't have to do any kind of wiring. It's just setting it up and installing an app, which we all do on a daily basis, and you've got the quality to wherever you, or you've got the ability, wherever you fix it to your home or place of business, wherever you're using it, you have the ability to move that camera into position. So if you don't need the flexibility to kind of move around and see multiple different views, because you have so much range with the pan and the tilt, that even if you have to put it in a position because you want to make sure that the solar panel gets the sunlight it needs, you do have the ability then to adjust the camera view to be exactly where you want it to be, which I thought was a cool feature, because a lot of the cameras I've looked at are pretty fixed, and most of the ones I was looking at, you had to have some kind of electricity, which I do love the idea of the solar power that gives me the freedom to put it where it makes the most sense for me. So it doesn't look like we've got any questions. I hope you check it out. If you are looking for a security camera, and I am not the tech guy, this is a sturdy piece of equipment, and it was very, very easy for me to use without even having to look at the instructions. I am one of those people, I don't look at the instructions, not very good at that, but very easy to put together. I did look at the reviews on Amazon. We've got 905 ratings currently, 4.5 stars, the average rating. That's always a good sign for me. But then I also did some searching on my own to see how people were using it, look at online reviews, video reviews, just to make sure that I wasn't missing something. And everyone pretty much had the same experience as I did. It's very easy to get started. My only concern is that I didn't get to actually install it yet because I wanted to make sure I had one to show you. But the other piece of information I got from a reviewer is that they had installed the camera kind of behind or at the start of the porch, so not right at the front door. So if they were talking to the visitor at the door, the sound quality was great. If the person was talking towards the door, because they're not knowing where the camera is, the sound was a little muffled, but it would be muffled because they're not talking directly to the camera. If they were talking directly to the camera, it was, from what I could tell, was close as being on the phone. So that was just one thing that I picked up, but all in all, good reviews, and my personal experience has been great. I cannot wait to install it. The app is very, very easy to use, and no complaints so far. So anyway, This is the Soliom S600. Get it on Amazon. 15% off right now is the coupon that you have. That's what everybody has when they're shopping. But because you're shopping with me on Amazon Live, up until 11:59 on Pacific time on Christmas Day, 12/25/2020, if you use the code N as in Nancy 5, T as in Thomas, D as in Dance, M as in Maxine 3, P as in Pacific, and 3. If you add that at checkout, you get an additional 15% off, which I think gets it around just north of $100. So very, very good deal. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this show. I've got more shows coming up this week. Please smash that follow button. It is so important in Amazon Live. That is how you know I'm going live. You could also go to amazon.com/live to look at everyone else that's going live and happen to see that I'm going live about a particular product or a group of products. But if you smash that follow button, you'll get notifications and you'll know when I'm live, and then you can join me, and I would love to have you around. Again, I'm Joshua Harrell. Thank you. And if I don't see you before then, have a very happy Christmas. And just enjoy this time with your family and friends. And hey, follow me on Amazon and check me out on social media. I'd love to connect with you there. Until next time, take care. Bye.